Okay, Pradeep, you can go ahead.
All right. Good afternoon and welcome to this e-meet that DQ Labs is organized with, which is part of our e-meet with your design and fashion schools. There are three basic reasons why we have these e-meets with different design and fashion schools. They're basically to help you to interact with top management from each of the schools. Keep your option open as to which private school or fashion school or garment design or fashion school you would like to join. Save money by applying to only few schools of your own choice. So you shortlist your schools of your choice and apply to them only. We have also earlier had a presentation on design and fashion schools to consider in 2023. If you haven't had a chance to look at that yet, please do see it. You'll find it on our YouTube channel, the DQ Labs official YouTube channel. I'm sure you'll find it there, and please do take a look at it. It will give you some more insights. We also have had a series of presentations and discussions on creating portfolios for Indian and universities abroad, Indian universities and universities abroad, basically on how to create the portfolio and how to go through the interview and what other operating procedures are there. You will find this also on our official channel on YouTube, and I would recommend that you take a look at it also. Our e-meet today is with an institute of national importance, is the FDDI, the Footwear Design and Development Institute. This is a part of the Ministry of Commerce of the Government of India. They have, if I'm not mistaken, over 9 campuses all across India. We have 2 senior faculty members from FDDI with us, Dr. Neeti Kishore. Good afternoon, Doctor. And Ms. Basumitra Ghosh Mukherjee. Good afternoon to you too.
Good afternoon, sir.
Just to briefly,
Sure.
good afternoon. Just to briefly introduce our 2 guest speakers, senior faculty members from FDDI. Dr. Neeti Kishore is a senior faculty member with FDDI in Chennai. She has over 12 plus years of teaching experience and over 8 plus years of experience in research. Her areas of specialization are in traditional Indian textiles and costumes and in textile designing. Dr. Basumitra Ghosh Mukherjee, our second senior faculty, is from FDDI in Kolkata. She did her master's in leather apparel design from NIFT in Kolkata, has had 9 years of experience in industry with different major brands like Next, Debenhams, Zara, Clarks, and Armani, to name a few. She also has over 11 years of experience in academics. Welcome both Dr. Neeti and Dr. Basumitra for joining us this afternoon for this e-meet, and we'll look forward to hearing more from you about FDDI and the courses there.
Thank you, sir.
You will you will find on our YouTube site on the captions also the links to the FDDI application form as well as the information page. If you later would like to, if anybody would like to access that, they may do so. I'll now hand over to Dr. Neeti and Dr. Basumitra to continue with this talk about FDDI and your courses and other details. Please hand over the mic. The stage is yours, please.
Okay, I'm going to share the screen now. Yeah, is this visible?
Yes, it is. You
Yeah.
may want to make that full screen.
Okay. Yes. So a very good evening to all the young and creative minds over there. Today I'm here for the webinar on best career options after 12th in collaboration with DQ Labs. So I would like to begin with the introduction of FDDI. So Footwear Design and Development Institute, established in 1986 under the aegis of Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India. It received the status of institution of national importance as per FDDI Act 2017 on 5th October 2017. So yeah, in the India, there are 165 institutions with this INI status, and FDDI is one of them. Curriculum designed and developed by the experts from the eminent institutions, organizations such as University of Northampton, UK, NIF, IIT, IIM, Council of Leather Exports, etc. It has pan-India presence with 12 full-fledged campuses, creating professional designers, technologists, entrepreneurs for footwear, fashion, retail, and leather good industry. So we have different schools like School of Fashion Designs, School of Leather Goods and Accessories Design, School of Footwear Design and Production, School of Retail and Fashion Merchandise. So let's begin with School of Fashion Design. Before we move on and get into it, I would like to talk a little about the Indian textile and garment industry and its role in Indian economy. As we all know, India is the world's second largest producer of textiles and garments, and it is also the 5th largest exporter of textiles, spanning apparel, home, and technical products. Fashion and apparel industry has been key to the growth of Indian retail over the last year across India. So let's have a quick look on the Indian apparel and fashion market next 3 years. As you can see in the growth chart, the domestic in the textile and apparel industry stood at $152 billion in 2021, growing at a compound annual growth rate of $225 billion by 2025. So that is the target. And the textiles and apparel industry in India has trends across the entire value chain, from the fiber, yarn, fabric to apparel. So yeah, talking about the fashion design program in FDDI. FDDI offers students a matchless introduction to the fast-paced, creative, and energetic fashion industry. As we all know that fashion is something which is ever-changing, and everyone is looking for something new. So the responsibility of designers and to meet this demand and the need of the customers, the students and the designers which we are creating, we are giving a focus to it, like the students should understand the need of the industry and meet the need of the industry, the client and the consumers. So presently, BDIS fashion design program is being run across all the 11 campuses of FDDI. Let's see how it runs, like the program of BDIS fashion design. Like in this 4 years, the first year will be like basic design foundation, in which the students will learn all the basics of design. The subjects will be totally based on the fundamental, the basic ones, where they will develop their understanding for the design. And then in the remaining 3 years, the student will get specialized in pattern making, garment construction, computer-aided designing, surface ornamentation, and accessory design. So these are the specialized areas where the students will gradually pick up and learn and understand the techniques and do the experiment, come up with their own creativity. So in our curriculum, we have given a lot of emphasis to the practical demonstrations. So it is like we can say 80-20, where the practical is 80% and theory courses are 20%, and more emphasis on the practical courses so that students can understand these, the practical aspect of it, the skills which is required to learn that particular technique and this that particular thing. So a more emphasis is being given to the practical demonstration. A lot of and detailed demonstration are, the experts and the faculties are giving to the students in each of these areas. Then we have the guest lectures from the designers, the industry people, and these guest lectures we have planned so that the students can get the exposure how the industry is working, the production, and the entire scenario the student can understand, not just being within the theory subjects and understanding within the college. When the student meet with the experts and the designers and the industry people, they understand how to work with them and what is the need of the industry. And then we have like designer outlet visits. We take the students to the designer outlets where they see the trend, what it is going on, and understanding it, and developing their understanding for it, coming up with their own creative concepts and creativity, and making their own product and working on it. And then we have the industry specialist interactions where industry people, the experts from the industry, they used to come to the college and give the lectures and talk with them, interact with the students, and giving them the insight of the industry, how it works, the production process, and each and everything. And to see it practically how it is working, we are taking students to the industry, and they are getting exposed and getting more real-time knowledge and experience of the industry. So these are the labs which we have in fashion design. You can see the pattern making lab where the students will develop their own patterns for their own designs. They'll develop their patterns. And then garment construction lab, you can see we have the industrial machines, and the students will work on these machines. They'll construct their garments, they work on their assignments, they work on their projects, and they'll make their own garments. They're able to stitch their own garments. Then we have textile labs where the students will be able to do the experiments and understand the basics, like how the fiber is, the yarn, and the textile lab, they used to do the printing, like tie and dye, batik, and all these techniques. So these labs can be used to both the things, like to understand the basics of the fiber yarn and the fabric and its structure, and also for these printing techniques which we need the students to embellish their garments. So, and then we have a photography labs where the students can do their photography for the products, as well as for their model shoot. After making their designs and the collection or garment, they can do a photography. So we do have labs for the photography. They learn the photography techniques as well. Now coming to this, the world is moving to, importance is being given to the software knowledge. Nowadays, that industries is looking for they're well versed in the software. So we have these softwares, as you can see, the Rhino 3D, Adobe Premiere, Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator. We have Flow 3D and TugaCAD. So these softwares the students learn in different years, and they develop their understanding for it. They do their assignments and practicals on these, and they are able to handle these softwares. Now, coming to this career prospects, as a fashion designer, as a fashion student, every fashion student is keen to know like what are the career prospects, what are the career opportunities for a student, to look forward, and how they can develop their skills, and how based on their interest areas they develop their skills in that particular area, and start working to reach their goal, and to get that role in the industry. So as you can see that there are so many ample of opportunities for the fashion designers. So they are like costume designers, visual merchandisers, fashion illustrator, fashion merchandiser, fashion consultant, freelance designer, and technical graphic designers, fashion faculty, quality controller, personal stylist, fashion journalist, fashion photographer. So these are like ample opportunities for a design student. So we have internship program during the semester break. So they students used to go for the internship for 4 weeks, and they work with the fashion designers or the company in the industry with the industry people to get to know more about how the industry works, how the fashion designer works, how they do this entire process, the design process, the production process, and everything. So here are some of the designers. You can see like some of the very good designers are there with which students are working, and sometimes based on their performance, these designers, they ask them to join with them. So these some of our students have got absorbed in these with these designers, and they are working with. So now we have a center of excellence in some of our campuses. And these center of excellence are being planned and made ready. The infrastructure of the center of excellence is being ready with certain objectives in the mind, so that the student should get the maximum exposure to the industry need. The gap which is there in the academic and the industry should be filled with this sophisticated and the well-planned infrastructures of these campuses which we have. So let's see like how these objectives are being planned, and keeping in mind these objectives, we have planned this entire infrastructure. So to contribute more towards the design and manufacturing excellence, improvements in footwear and footwear related industries, to have COE, the one-point solution for all the industry needs. So that is why I said like the machineries and the equipments which we have in the COE infrastructure will provide the one-point solution for all the industry need. So the student can learn all these, can work on these machines, and can understand how to operate all these, and can meet the need of the industry. So to provide centralized facilities for small scale manufacturers, and to improve the research activities related to footwear and leather garments and goods. So like there is a lot of scope of research when we have such kind of infrastructure. So students can explore more in the research area in footwear, leather, and the leather garments, and even the fashion, because we do have center of excellence in fashion as well. And to provide training for industry personnels in these infrastructures and these machineries, because some of the machineries are available to us which are not even there in the industry, and the industry personnel would like to join the training program with us, and the institution is giving training to these industry personnels. So yeah, these are the campuses. So you can have a look. Like Rohtak COE is like in non-leather sports and footwear. Jodhpur campus has in prosthetics and orthotics and safety footwear testing. Kolkata campus has leather goods, garments, and accessories. Hyderabad has design studio, fashion apparel. Chennai has design studio in footwear. Patna has leather finishing innovations and product retailing. So these are some of the campuses which has this center of excellence infrastructure. So now here I would like to show you the Center of Excellence building, which is in Hyderabad, and this is totally focused on the fashion design, people. And here you can see a lot of very, sophisticated machines are there. You can see the flatbed knitting machine, which is used to develop knitted textiles. Then we have pit loom set up to develop the woven textiles. Here you can see the quilt machine is there, which is automated to work on the quilted pattern, making quilting pattern on the fabric. Then we have direct to garment printing machine, which will be like printing, digitally printing the whatever print you want. You can be printed on the fabric. Then we have laser cutting machine. We have plotter and steam mining machine. We have the machine. So all these machines are very helpful for the students to learn and understand techniques, and it will bridge this gap of the academic to the industry. The student will be industry ready. They will understand how it will not take much time for them to understand the industry, how it works and the functioning. So this is the entire setup is for the lingerie. You can see the cup molding, swing, embroidery machine. The entire setup is being planned for the lingerie. Yeah. So with this, I would like to stop, and I would hand over this to Basumitra ma'am to talk about the FDDI School of Leather Goods and Accessory Design, and also for the footwear design. Basumitra ma'am, over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. A very good afternoon to everybody present here. I'm Basumitra Ghosh Mukherjee from the School of Leather Goods and Accessories Design. And I have been working in FDDI since 12 years in the same department. And believe me, there is a lot of craze for this department because leather goods and happens to be the second largest exporting commodity of India. So leather goods, garments, and accessories are considered as products largely driven by the global fashion industry. Apart from goods, there are garments, accessories, leather products also extends in the lines of furniture, in automotive design, in luxury items, in interior design, etc. The industry of leather products made a place of prominence in the Indian economy due to its consistent growth and substantial export potential. The leather products sector is presently witnessing positive growth rate globally and has positive trends in terms of demand. This is widely due to the increase in the middle class income and emerging economies. Next slide, please, ma'am. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are. Please go ahead.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Here is an overview of the leather industry. That is, there are various brands sourcing from India. You must be seeing whenever you go to malls, you must be seeing brands, leather goods, leather bags, brands like Armani, like DKNY, like Furla, Marks and Spencer, H&M, Zara. Everywhere we are very proud to say that everywhere we have our students working as designers or merchandisers or visual merchandisers or production experts of manufacturing excellence in all these companies. The Indian leather sector and leather products, footwear, they hold a prominent place in the Indian economy. As I said, this sector is known for its consistency in high export, and hence there was a need for trained professionals in this industry, which the government of India envisaged, and hence the birth of the Leather Goods and Accessories Design Department. Next slide, please. Ma'am, next slide, please. Here you can see the share of leather goods in the world market. So India is the second largest producer of leather and leather products and third largest producer of saddlery worldwide. The job investment ratio for leather goods is 9.9 lakhs compared to steel sector, which is zero point 0.1 lakhs, and automotive sector, which is zero point 0.3 lakhs. So you can well imagine the growing demand for trained manpower in this sector. Next slide, please. The strengths of the Indian leather sector. Now, obviously, because leather goods is being produced and is the second largest, India is the second largest exporter, we have certain strengths which make us the second largest exporter. So what are these strengths? One is we have a lot of raw material sources like leather. You know, India is the parts of India, the Indo-Gangetic parts of India are very rich in minerals, are very rich in um, fresh water, the river water, the sweet water, which is very good for nurturing the skins of animals. Like cow leather is very good in the eastern part of India. Sheep leather is very good in the southern part of India. Hence, these facilities, these sources are very instrumental in making the leather very rich, which is the basic raw material used in the leather goods industry. So some varieties of goat, calf, sheepskin command premium position in the world market. Strong and economic sustainable tanning base is also one of the factors because we have got tanneries which are certified nowadays, the gold rated and the silver rated tanneries, which are at par with the world's best tanneries. So that makes again that adds to the infrastructural value in the value chain of leather. So that uh, creates a lot of difference in the production of leather. As a result, we get very um, high quality leather from coming out of these tanneries. So we have world class institutional support, like you can see in FDDI. We have all sorts of modern machineries. We have manpower, which help in nurturing the industry. The faculties are all from the industry and all highly qualified in the sector. We have a lot of seminars, lot of workshops that go in the curriculum to support the students. As a result, the students, when they join the industry, they have something to contribute to the industry. So that is how we have a world-class institutional presence of support industries like leather chemicals, finishing auxiliaries, presence of market that is long Europe experience, strategic locations in the Asian landmass. That is, the main buyers for leather products is Europe, America, Japan, and they have been the greatest buyers throughout the ages. And Indian leather goods holds a prominent position in the world because of all the resources that we have that go hand in hand to make the leather goods sector strong. Next slide, please. Now I come to the School of Leather Goods and Accessories Design. We offer BDES in leather and product design, which is further divided into categories, into two specializations like lifestyle product and accessory design and visual and graphic design. And both consist of the element of UI and UX because nowadays, only earlier, I say around 15 to 20 years back, we would use manual designing. But nowadays, designing is all about manual clubbed with your creativity and which is finally finished with a touch of graphics. So here UI UX comes, and this is giving an edge to the course that we offer over the other normal manually designing processes. So we have the modules that are designed with pool of courses leading to major in two different specializations. As I said, lifestyle, product and accessories design, orienting towards development of women's and menswear, leather and lifestyle goods and accessories, accessory design business and retail gear, home decor products, outdoor gears, etc. And visual design specializations orient towards graphic design, user experience design, human interface design, electronic and visual interface developments, etc. Next slide, please. Now, here we come to the main concern of any student, that is career prospects. Here you can see there is a huge array of career prospects in the leather goods and accessories design department. Uh, Generally, there are four. If we see it in a macro level, there are four categories wherein the students are placed. And among these categories are designing, visual designer, merchandising and retailing, and production. Now, you can read from here, you can see the various types of subcategories wherein the students are placed. I would like to just explain to you so that it becomes easy for you to understand these subcategories. In designing, there are various types of categories. Like, it is not that you design a bag or you design a garment. It is product designers do that. You have accessories designers. You have range developers who develop the entire range. You have fashion designers. You have trend forecasters. What is trend forecasters? To many of you, it may sound Greek. Trend forecasters are you fashion depends on seasons. So there are various seasons like spring, summer, autumn, winter. So these trend forecasters, they forecast what is going to come in the next, say, 4 to 5 seasons that are to come, that are yet to come. So that is how they preempt what is going to come, and they forecast the trend, and accordingly they relate it to the upcoming fashion that is going to be sold in the market. Then there are entrepreneurs and design consultants. For production, uh, I would like to say the buzz of the time is manufacturing excellence. So there is a huge demand for people with know-how in manufacturing excellence. So we provide a world-class infrastructure at FDDI, which has lot of all latest machineries that are used worldwide. So what happens is the students, when they come in contact, when they come in touch with these machineries, there is automatically uh, uh, an increase in the knowledge that he gets in the class. That is the bookish knowledge when clubbed with the practical knowledge of latest technology, that gives an enriching experience to the student. And as a result, when he goes to the industry, he knows that, okay, suppose I have a machine, I have a stitching machine. No, now everyone knows how to operate a stitching machine. A stitcher also in the factory, he knows how to operate a stitching machine. So what is the difference between the product, between the student of FDDI and a stitcher? He knows how to operate the stitching machine, but he also knows the manufacturing excellence. Now, what is manufacturing excellence in this part? He knows that if you attach a knife with the stitching machine, and if you are stitching seam of a garment or a bag, and you want to cut out the waist part of the bag, then automatically the side of the seam is getting cut off. So he's achieving 4 or 5 functions in the machine with maybe a simple attachment. So that is how he's reducing time for production the lead time of production he's reducing, thereby reducing the cost of production. Hence, what is happening is you are attaining good quality, you are reducing the time as well as the cost of production. In the process, you're enhancing the business. So this is the area where our students make a difference because they learn manufacturing excellence and product engineering. Now, what is product engineering? A product may be made in a stereotyped way, which has been made since years. But how to make the product faster, how to make the product even more better at a lower cost. That is product engineering by using raw materials that can be used to make a perfect product that would look new even after usage. So that is product engineering. So these are the various niche areas wherein we train our students. They become product engineers. They become manufacturing excellence achievers. They become lead time analyzers. They become sample coordinators. They become production managers. So from this array of um, services that you can see here, there are a whole lot of job possibilities from this course. So we are also working on a lot of craft-based courses that are incorporated in the course. As a result of which, even the crafts industry, the leather craft industry, will get an impetus from this course. Next slide, please. Now, here are a very few of the brands that you may connect with where our students join, like Comtenero, Zara, Sabyasachi, and High Design. The head of the department for leather goods at Sabyasachi and all the designers at Sabyasachi for leather goods, most of the designers at Sabyasachi are FDDINs. So there are other companies also, and they also join the buyers end. That is, who are our buyers? The importers are our buyers. So they also join. There are various companies like Mango is there, like Next is there. They also join the buyers in. But these are the prominent employers of FDDI students. Next slide, please. Now we come to the COE, that is Center of Excellence. The Center of Excellence for leather goods is at Kolkata because Kolkata happens to be the largest exporter of leather goods and the hub for leather goods. The COE in India, actually, it is a practice, the practice of testing, research, development activities at the organizational level is highly limited, and the institutional support to enhance their research capability is not in place. And even the private sector is very reluctant to invest on research activities. So, realizing this gap, the Government of India, under the establishment of Institutional Facilities Sub-Scheme, has approved for upgradation of some of the existing campuses of FDDI into centers of excellence. Hence, the Center of Excellence for leather goods has been conferred to FDDI Kolkata. The objective of the COE is to provide best world-class practices and to facilitate research, exchange of ideas, solution to industry problems, and offer guidance to leaders and managers as well as key policy makers, which will also help to establish strong industry-academia interface. Next slide, please. So you can see there are lot of machines, lot of new technologies that that are there in the COE. The integration of the new technologies and machines into the curriculum will provide the students with a more engaging and efficient learning experience. These machines and technologies allow students to gain hands-on experience and develop practical skills that will benefit them when they join the industry. Next. This is an example of the figures made by Flow. That is a software. We have various softwares, as ma'am has explained in her earlier slides. Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, StyleCAD, uh, we have Optitex. So this is a software which is a very developed software known as Flow. So I would like to highlight on this software. This is computer learning objects. It is a popular machine-based technology that provides interactive learning experiences to students. Students can create virtual garments or goods and experiment with different design ideas without the need of expensive materials. Because earlier, what used to happen is in the industry, people used to buy, even in the institute, people used to buy the materials in order to experiment with them to see the look of the product. They needed to invest a lot in materials and do the R&D. But with Flow, now we can take the texture of the material and place it on the garment or the product, and we get an entire the look of the product. So you don't have to invest so much in materials. Next slide, please. Here we have our students working in StyleCAD and Digitizer. So Digitizer is a machine wherein you can, if you have the pattern of a bag, you just can trace the pattern and you get the entire, with the plotter, you can print the pattern. You have the plotter wherein earlier what used to be done is manual pattern making used to be done. That is manually the people used to work and create the patterns. In the COE, we have the plotter and the digitizer, and StyleCAD is a software which is a pattern making software. You just give instructions as in the measurements of the different areas of, say, a bag, and your entire pattern for the bag is made and cut into a paper. That's the pattern paper. With that, you go on forward to make the bag. So that makes the entire process very scientific, very distinctive, and very methodical. So you don't waste time also in the process. Your time is saved, and your while you're doing manual pattern making, mostly where we go wrong is with the measurements, because manually you can't give exact measurements. But when you're using the plotter and the digitizer and the StyleCAD, then automatically your dimensions are all correct and you have no option for any error. Next slide, please. This is the digital printing machine that we have in the COE of Kolkata. Students can learn how to create digital files of their designs and prepare them for printing. So the leathers are printed in this digital printing machine. And this involves understanding file formats, resolutions, the color management, important skills in which are very important skills in the fashion industry. They can also use digital printing machine to create their own designs and prints, which can help them develop their portfolio and showcase their skills to potential employers. Next slide, please. Now, this is the 360-degree pattern sewing machine. A pattern sewing machine is the one where you just have to, if you're making the a part of the garment, you just have to program that part, and you just have to set it in the pattern sewing machine. It will automatically get stitched with the help of stencil-like materials called jigs. So this is a 360-degree pattern sewing machine. Usually we have 180-degree pattern sewing machine in the industry, but as I said that COE is always one step ahead. So this is the 360-degree pattern sewing machine where the operator doesn't have to, revolve or rotate the parts. They will get rotated automatically on their own. So students can use the 360-degree pattern sewing machine to create complex and intricate designs on surfaces and also stitch the surfaces, attach the surface components with the surfaces. Next slide, please. Now, research and development at the COE. This is one of the most important objectives of the COE, that is research and development. Students will have the opportunity to participate in various research and development projects being carried out in the COE, allowing them to gain hands-on experience in cutting-edge technologies and contribute to the advancement of knowledge in their field. So there are various research projects that the COE handles, be it domestic, be it international. So the students are also involved in the projects, and this gives them an exposure to various technologies, to various kinds of requirements of research projects. Next slide, please. Now, industry-driven product design services. By this, we mean that the COE, the other objective of COE is to help the industry, to support the industry with its consultancy services, be it in designing, be it in technical consultancy. So in the designing consultancy services also, the COE provides design services to companies and uses their fresh, and they involve the students in that, and they use their fresh ideas to create new and unique products. We involve students in the design process to encourage cooperation between the school and the business and give students practical experience in designing products for the real world. Next slide, please. So here we come to an end with the School of Leather Goods and Accessories Design Department, and we come to the Footwear Design and Production Department. This is another department of FDDI apart from fashion design and leather goods and accessories design. We offer bachelor's and master degree courses in footwear design and production, and we have footwear design and CAD, we have marketing and merchandising, we have production planning and quality control, and footwear retailing as career options in this course. Next slide, please. Here you can see India's share in the footwear market, and our share in the footwear market has been increasing with every year, which creates a great opportunity for our students to as a career option. Next one. Next slide, please. The fourth course offered by FDDI is the School of Retail and Fashion Merchandise, and there is again BBA and MBA that we offer in this course, and the career opportunities are they join as buyers or merchandisers, operation manager, visual merchandisers and store design assistants, mall managers, logistics managers, digital marketing managers, or managers of omni-channel retail. Next slide. here we come to our admission process. So I'm sure all of you have been waiting for this to know about this. So we have our online submission of application forms. After that, you'll get our applications form in our website, that is www.fddiindia.com, wherein you have to fill up the form online and submit it online. Then we have All India Entrance Examination. This paper, this is an online examination. The paper-based examination will uh, conduct to test of knowledge, skills, and aptitude of the candidate. Then the results will be declared. After the results are declared, your uh, based on your ranking, you'll have to attend the counseling session where, based on your ranking and your preferences, you will be allotted the campus of your choice and the program of your choice. So you can see here the admissions through online submission of forms, wherein you have already given exams on national level entrance exams. So in that case, you have to, in the same way, you have to apply in the form that's given, and wherein you have to mention which is the national level exam where in which you have scored a percentile, and you have to submit the online application forms and upload your scorecard of that national level entrance exam. And the declaration of the result, then comes the declaration of the result on merit. And when after that, it's the same as the other one, wherein you do an open counseling session for campuses. Ma'am, can you share the slide? It's gone. Yes. So, what are the national level entrance examinations through which also you are eligible to apply in FDDI? That is UC and CUET for the UG level. Next slide, please. Ma'am, next slide, please.
Yes, ma'am, I've changed it. Can you see this?
Yes, yes, yes. So here are the glimpses of life at FDDI. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So we actually believe in that, and hence we have a lot of extracurricular activities going on from time to time, along with the course curriculum that enhances your aptitudes. So these are the pictures of our hostel, of the various extracurricular activities that goes on in the campuses. Next slide, please. Here are the 12 campuses of FDDI. We have 12 campuses situated in various states of India. So we have campuses at Noida, Fursatganj, Chennai, Kolkata, Rohtak, Chhindwara, Jodhpur, Guna, Ankleshwar, Patna, Hyderabad, and Chandigarh. Next slide, please. So here is the consolidated uh, list or consolidated collage of the various major recruiters. We also have a lot of recruiters apart from these recruiters, but they are our major recruiters. You can go through the screen and have an idea. You have H&M, you have Zara, you have Calvin Klein, Clarks. Next slide, please. So with this, we come to the end of this session. Hope by now you have a lot of queries which we are to address. So I would like to ask sir to continue.
Yeah, there are some questions coming in from some of our viewers. I'll just take you through some of them. These are being Bhaskar Reddy has asked a question. He says, I just wanted to know when is the exam and what is the exam name? I think you've given some clue about this, Dr. Basumitra. So would you like to repeat that again? When is the exam and what is the exam's name? Dr. Basumitra?
The exam's name is All India Entrance. Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yes, the name of the exam is All India Entrance Exam, which is conducted for FDDI specially, and the exact date of the exam you can go through. It's best that you go through our website to get all the dates. You'll see the form, you'll see the application form, and you'll get all the dates, because it's not only the exam date that is important. It is also that by when you can submit the form, and then comes the exam date, and everything is given chronologically there. So I would suggest you go, instead of telling you one by one, it's best that you go to the website and see the details of the dates in the chronological order. The website is www.fddiindia.com.
Thank you. I hope, Bhaskar, that answers your question. Kamla Mahatre has a question. What is the fee structure for bachelor's program? Would you be able to share that, the fee structure for the bachelor's program?
Again, the fee structure varies. Yes, again, the fee structure varies from campus to campus. So it would not be just state one fee structure. Hence, again, I would request her to go to the website wherein we have a page wherein a consolidated fee structure campus-wise is given.
She has another question. Is there any support you provide to students if they want to participate in fashion shows or showcase their work at fashion shows? Does FDDI give support for students?
Yes. We have various fashion shows like conducted in the cities wherein FDDI participates in the fashion shows, and the students, they participate through the students. It is the students who showcase their products in those fashion shows. And FDDI also has its own fashion shows in the various campuses.
That's interesting. Kamla, I hope that answers your question. Bhaskar has another question. What are the average salaries of graduates? He also asks, is there any advantage if we use UC score over... Sorry, the salary structures first. Do you have an idea of the...
Yes, there is an advantage. Salary structure, it would be unfair to state a salary structure
average salaries.
That way,
I think he
because
wants
it depends
more...
on student to student.
Understand, yes. But in an average, how would you be able to identify?
Average, as I said, it would be very unfair to state that, but yes, I can tell you that one of my students, in that way I can tell you, one of my students who was a very timid student in the class, whom I never imagined would even be able to speak properly. And we also give, soft skills training to the students. At the moment, he is heading the Sabyasachi. He's the head of the department of Sabyasachi accessories and products. And with only a few 3 to 4 years of experience, and he's been absorbed in Aditya Birla because of his excellent performance in Sabyasachi. So it is, irrelevant of the fact that what is the benchmark for the salaries. I would not like to comment on the salaries because it will not be fair, because there's a range of salaries. Now, I don't know the student who is asking me what kind of student or what is going to be his output.
Correct. Yeah.
So I would say that yes, it is a decent salary, and it completely depends on your work, on your hard work, on your sincerity,
Well,
and the
like I
sky
said,
is the limit.
yeah, like I said, if the student can get into Sabyasachi, head the department, and then get into Aditya Birla, there is obviously there is the opportunities exist. He has asked if there is an advantage if you use
Aditya Birla has.
Is there an advantage in using the UC?
Yes, if you have a decent percentile in UC or CUET, then obviously you get a preference for admissions.
Kamala again has asked a question. Do you have an incubator startup support system if you want to try something after working for a couple of years?
Yes.
Do you have a support
Yes.
system for startup?
The COE, yes, the COEs of the various campuses work as incubators who support the startups. So if you want to start a startup, the COEs are there to help in, because the various COEs are from various fields. So whichever startup you want, that particular COE can help you out.
Okay, thank you. That's nice. Amrita Daga has a question. Is there any summer programs at FDDI for school students to explore career in design fields? Do you have summer programs at FDDI for school students to acquaint themselves with
Yes, we have workshops. We have various workshops and seminars that we arrange for school students from time to time, because there are these courses. The contents of the courses are not known to many of the students.
Mm-hmm.
So we have various kinds of design workshops in which students actually enjoy, and they get to learn a lot from these workshops.
Oh, that's good. Well, that seems to be all the questions we have at this point of time. Unless if anybody else has any questions, please do enter it into the chat box in the YouTube on our YouTube page. Bhaskar Reddy has said, "Thank you, very informative session." Absolutely. I would like to thank both of you, Dr. Neeti as well as Dr. Basumitra, for a very, I think you're on, thank you.
I would like to correct you, I'm not yet a doctor.
Oh, I say, anyway, it was in one of those slides.
Thank you.
Anyway, a pleasure having both of you, Dr. Neeti and Ms. Basumitra for joining us. I think it was very interesting to learn about FDDI, the fantastic range of equipment that you have, the great placements that you have done in some of the major brands, I mean international brands, and the opportunities that students have. And thank you for fielding those questions that our viewers had today. I'm sure most of the questions that people had have been answered. Well, thank you again. Thank you, and thank you to all our viewers for joining us this evening. Thank you, and goodbye.
Thank you, sir. It's a pleasure being
Thank you.
part of QQ Lab.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
I would just request everybody once more to go through the website to get a better understanding of everything.
Sure.
It
Yeah.
was given in
Yes.
detail.
So yeah, like Ms. Basumitra said, please go through the FDDIindia.com website to get more details about the exam and the admission process. Right. Thank you very much again. Thank you to all of you for joining us, and thank you for a great presentation. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Bye.